This exam application tutorial is looking at the topic of growth and development. The question for 6 marks is describe the different processes that are involved in producing a fetus from a sperm and egg. There's a lot going on in this question, and for that reason it's probably one of the hardest questions you get in Biology Module 2. So you have to give a brief outline of the different processes that are involved. There are 4 processes you need to describe along this journey. You have to describe meiosis, fertilization, mitosis, and cell differentiation. And you simply just have to say when each stage takes effect. So identify the stage of human development to which each process applies. So as we're starting off with a sperm and egg, it's important to quickly introduce the idea of meiosis, which produces sperms and eggs, or gametes. So sperm and egg, or gametes, which are sex cells, sperm and egg, you can say that or that, are produced by meiosis for 1 mark. Now I'm giving a 1-sentence description of what meiosis is, because you have to describe the processes, not just say what they are. So when one parent cell divides to produce 4 genetically unique daughter cells. So you can see that meiosis will produce 4 sperm, which will be genetically different, and 4 eggs in females, which will be genetically different. Next, to introduce the idea of fertilization, because you're not going to get human development without a fertilized egg. So the sperm and egg fuse during fertilization to make a diploid zygote. So this sentence drops in the process fertilization and explains what it means. A diploid zygote is the biological posh way of saying a fertilized egg cell. What it literally means is an egg cell with 2 sets of chromosomes. 23 from our father, 23 from our mother, 46 in total, diploid. Whereas sperm and egg are haploid, they have half the number of chromosomes. So now we have a fertilized egg cell. All it has to do is divide and divide and divide to make identical copies. So this is mitosis. So the embryo grows through mitosis. And just like before, I have to give a description of what mitosis is, because I've done the same for fertilization and I've done the same for meiosis. And this is when one parent cell divides to produce 2 genetically identical, not different, identical daughter cells. So the key differences are in meiosis you get 4 cells and in mitosis 2 cells. But in meiosis they're genetically different, but in mitosis they're genetically identical. So you can see here that we start off with 1 cell, then it divides to form 2 cells, divides to form 4 cells. And the next stage is the 8-cell stage. This is really important because it's after this stage that the next process kicks in. So after the 8-cell stage, cell differentiation occurs. Now, you don't really need to describe what cell differentiation is, because self-differentiation tells you what it is. It means that the cells are differentiating. They're turning into specialized cells. So you can see now that we have briefly described meiosis, fertilization, mitosis, and cell differentiation, and talked about when they apply in this developmental process.